Guess we'll still talk about the game though.
Sure.
First off, they kind of jumped out big on you. Take us through the game, I guess.
Yeah, actually, we kind of jumped on them a little bit just to start the game. I think we were up just real briefly, and we were running some pretty good offense, moving and cutting, and then the game got physical. And we just sometimes are not the best when the game gets physical. It's something that Tarleton, we knew that was going to happen too. Going into their gym, the fans they've got a great environment over there. Their student section is basically on the court, and we didn't respond to that, and I think we got pushed around a little bit. We finally did come around at the end of the game, and it was a little bit too late at that point in time. But we made a great run with some of our guys coming in off the bench, and we didn't ever quit. I think it ended up being a 5-point game, and we could see them again in the conference tournament. We could see them again in the regional as well, so we'll have to be ready for that.
I mean, just following the game cast, I saw you guys were down 20 with 2.5, 3 minutes left, and then all of a sudden you're on a 9-0 run, you're on an 11-0 run. Did it feel like it was you guys doing something specific, or was Tarleton kind of helping you out a little bit with, kind of crumbling in the late game situations?
I think it was a combination. I mean, we hit some shots. We finally were aggressive going to the basket. I think in the first half we were just pass around the outside. We didn't have anybody going to the basket, and we had some guys. EJ was getting inside, scoring. We were kicking it out for threes. We were playing our basketball game at that point in time, and I think Tarleton let up a little bit. But any of those games, anything can happen. And if we would have played like that the whole game, I think we would have won that basketball game. But things just didn't go our way.
Chapelvic obviously had a great game again, and then Jared Walton also is putting up some points as well. Can you talk a little about his performance?
About Jared's?
Mm-hmm.
He missed his layups. He doesn't set screens, and he's a little bit soft with the ball. Other than that, he played pretty good. It's something that he's got to get a little bit tougher. He's got to get stronger with the basketball. He's got to be able to move the ball. He's got to be able to finish. He missed some layups that we expect him to make, and I know he can do it. And it comes in practice. We need great practices every day. I thought we had that before the Tarleton game, but with the schedule that the LSC has, playing Wednesday and Saturday, it really doesn't allow you to have great practices. Next year when we go Thursday, Saturday, hopefully that'll help us a little bit. We'll prepare for both teams on Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday, and then play Thursday, Saturday. But, David was consistent. He's been great. He's probably the best player in the conference, if not in the region. I really believe that. I think he's just a fantastic player. Jared's coming along, like you said, but he does need to improve in some areas.
You're on the road at Eastern. You guys had a pretty large victory against them here. What do you want to do down there that can kind of repeat that performance?
Yeah, they had a couple players out, a couple with injuries, and then one was sitting out because of technical fouls. If you get 3 technical fouls in this league, you have to sit out the next game. So they will be very hard to beat. It'll be senior night just like it was at Tarleton. I mean, there was a lot of energy in the stands. You could feel that at Tarleton. I'm sure that'll be the same thing at Eastern. It's something that, even going through the line after we beat Eastern, they feel like they got cheated a little bit, that they want another shot at us. And they're going to give us everything they've got. It's a rivalry game for them, and we've got to play well in order to beat them. It's a hard gym to shoot in sometimes because it's a little bit different, the setup. And so our guys, we'll get over there and we won't have a shoot around, we won't have a practice before. So it's going to be a tough game for us.
Just looking at the LSC standings, it's pretty crowded at the top, and this last game could, dictate a lot, especially with the Midwestern Cameron game. Do you tell your guys to not scoreboard watch?
Yeah, those games will probably be over by the time we're playing our game, but it doesn't matter. We can't control what they do, and we have one concern, that's going to play as well as we can at Eastern. There's so many variables that could happen if this team wins, if this team wins. It's basically, we can only be concerned about what we can do, and that's playing well at Eastern and getting a W. But we could go anywhere from, I think, the 2nd seed all the way down to the 5th seed. So you just never know. With just one game left, this conference is just crazy how tight it is and how strong it is. Tarleton was ranked number 1 to start the season, and now they're not even in the top 25. I think they'll sneak back in there because they had a couple nice wins this last week. And again, they're a very good team, but they've gotten beat by a lot of teams in this conference, and that's just how good this conference is in men's basketball.